What would happen if the leader of the Middle East is armed with one of the world's most advanced long-range snipers, like the S-400? Yes, you heard it right. In a dramatic escalation that could reshape the strategic balance of power in the Middle East, Iran has reportedly conducted the first-ever operational test of the Russian-made S-400 Triumf air defense system, demonstrating for the first time its capability to deploy one of the world's most advanced long-range surface-to-air missile platforms in live battlefield conditions. According to information published by Iranian defense news outlet Birun.info, the operational evaluation took place on July 26, 2025, near the strategically sensitive city of Isfahan, located approximately 440 kilometers south of Iran's capital. This marks the first confirmed real-world deployment of the S-400 system on Iranian soil. And the test is being interpreted by regional analysts as a clear message to Israel and the United States that Tehran's airspace will no longer remain penetrated without significant cost. The system tested in Iran appears to be a fully integrated S-400 battery, complete with the 91 N6E Big Bird acquisition radar, 92 N6E Gravestone engagement radar, centralized command and control unit, and multiple 5P-85TE2 transporter erector launchers. Missiles believed to be utilized in the operational exercise include the 48 N6E3, with a range of up to 250 kilometers, and potentially the even more lethal 40 N6 missile, capable of destroying high-value airborne targets at distances of 400 kilometers. The timing of this historic test coincides with the sighting of a Russian Il-76 Candid strategic transport aircraft, landing briefly in Iran before returning to Russian airspace, an event that has reignited long-running speculation over covert military hardware transfers between Moscow and Tehran. However, questions are buzzing regarding the strategic deployment of the S-400 all of a sudden. But one question is significantly confusing the military analysts. Since most recently, Iran was reported to have procured China's most sophisticated HQ-9B air defense system. So why did Iran suddenly deploy a game-changing defense system, although Iran has long been waiting for the delivery of the Russian Su-35 fighter? The answer may reveal the strategic formation of Iran's future aerial threats neutralization and precise calculation on the emerging escalation. Iran is reportedly utilizing a full-spectrum layered air defense system involving domestically made and foreign procured systems. For long-range countermeasure, Iran stationed 3 types of air defense systems, such as the domestically developed Bavar 373 system, with a reported engagement range exceeding 300 kilometers. The system relies on 3D ESA radar like Mirage 4, with the capability to detect targets up to 500 kilometers, according to the Army Recognition Defense news outlet. The S-300 PMU-2, purchased from Russia in 2016, can surveil within 300 kilometers, making itself a companion to the Bavar 373. The most advanced system, purchased recently from China, the HQ-9B boasts a similar engagement range of 300 kilometers, but it brings completely unique technology that forces Iran's other platforms like Bavar 373 and S-300 to fall behind. For medium-range threats, Iran uses 2 types of air defense systems. For instance, the Sayyad series battery, which can tackle any target from 200 kilometers, and S-200 GAR series battery, which covers similarly 200 kilometers. For short-range defense, the Arman and Corded are the most reliable platforms, ranging over 120 to 150 kilometers. With the S-400 system, Iran can create larger surveillance eyes, which can provide wider protection against ballistic threats. Although the Iranian defense shield was dismantled within one night by Israel's exclusive operation Raising Lion, involving 200 aircraft. According to Israel's claim, They first conducted a ground-based assault, destroying the stationed air defense systems, which later facilitated the air operation, crippling Iran's nuclear facilities. But in the aftermath of the operation, the world saw Iran's offensive on Israel, deploying thousands of ballistic missiles, which as a result entirely broke down Israel's precious defense shield. Iran now appears to be reforming its defense network, with the deployment of the S-400 suggesting that Iran is preparing for a much larger full-spectrum air defense network with the current Chinese and domestically produced systems. The S-400 can significantly increase Iran's capability to pose a terrible threat to the modern fighters like Israel's F-35, which carried out multiple strikes in Iran. This could force adversaries like Israel and the United States to rethink their airborne intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, and strike operations, particularly around Iranian nuclear and missile development sites. Iran may have opted Russia's S-400 as formation to stretch its defense network with the existing shield. However, no official footage or confirmation has yet been released by Iran's Ministry of Defense, but regional OSINT platforms have corroborated unusual emissions consistent with S-400 radar profiles and noted transport signatures matching S-400 components. The S-400 Triumf is a highly advanced mobile long-range surface-to-air missile system. It is considered one of Russia's most capable air defense systems and a significant threat to aircraft, cruise missiles, and even ballistic missiles. The S-400's missiles can reach speeds of up to Mach 14, over 17,000 kilometers, allowing them to intercept fast-moving targets like the ballistic missiles. The S-400 can track up to 300 targets simultaneously and engage up to 36 targets at once, according to Russia's claim. It utilizes advanced phased array and panoramic radars, such as the 96L6E, which provide 360-degree coverage and enhanced detection capabilities, including stealth aircraft. The S-400 test in Iran signals a qualitative leap in its ability to deny hostile access to its critical infrastructure and military zones, particularly in the face of Israeli fifth-generation platforms like the F-35I. If confirmed, Iran's possession and operational integration of the S-400 significantly complicates any air campaign planning against the Islamic Republic, potentially forcing Israel to either increase electronic warfare, EW payloads on strike missions, or seek direct sabotage operations on ground-based launchers.